This is how we are going to divide our session, okay? This is the agenda for this week. We're going to cover the video, the discussion, learn about the topic, vocabulary, context, and understanding main ideas and details, inferring meaning and synthesize it, okay? We have the video behind the brands that it's already there in Aula Virtual, okay? Thank you, Alexandra Linares. I read your comment. So we're going to start immediately by questions that we close probably last session, and you must remember. Okay, so if you don't remember and you would like to answer this question or to help your friend, you can do it through the chat, okay? And if your friend don't know, okay, if they don't know, you can raise your hand in order to answer the question, sorry. Okay, so let's go to start. So I'm going to say the question directly. Okay, I'm going to say the question directly to the student, and let's see one by one. Okay, I'm going to see, and this question start with the first student, Micaela. Okay, Micaela, this question goes to you, directly to you, and then we're going to continue with the other students. If you want, you can help your friend, but the idea is that everybody revise one of the topic we covered. Okay, so let's go to start. Micaela, are you ready?
Yes.
So here we go. Question 1 says, who use initial phrases? Who?
Who?
Yes. Which person? Okay. Okay, some people are trying to guide you by by the chat. Probably if you can see.
No, I think it's a private message.
Okay. Okay, doesn't matter. Okay.
You got me there.
Yeah, okay.
I can remember that one.
Don't worry, Mika. We're going to continue. Okay, somebody, I think Marcelo wants to. I listen a voice.
No, Jose.
Jose, who use initial phrases, Jose?
Who use?
Who use initial phrases? Any idea?
In the paragraph?
Okay, but I'm talking about a person.
Ah, person.
Yes, who use initial phrases?
The one who wants to speak first.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, but that is not the answer. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Then at the end, you're going to see. Okay, thank you. Let's going to continue. The second one, it's going to answer Mauricio. Okay, Mauricio. Let's going to continue. Pay attention, okay? Mauri. Okay.
The purpose of the initial
phrases.
phrases.
What is the purpose of initial phrases? What is the purpose of initial phrases?
To beginning a phrase.
Okay, you're closer. You're closer. Okay, but you say where we can use initial phrase, but the question is, what is the purpose? What is the function of an initial phrase?
To initial the part of the phrase.
Okay, okay, thank you. So let's see what people put in the chat, okay? To introduce some topic, okay? Follow a sequence, okay, thank you, Maria Clara and Fabiana Chavez, but it's not exactly the answer, okay? Let's go into continue. Let's see who continue. Goes Daniela Miranda, okay? Daniela Miranda, you go next. Next question. Next question says, where we can find, no, or where can we find initial phrases?
At the beginning of a phrase.
Okay, at the beginning of a phrase. Uh-huh. Okay. Thank you. But it's not exactly. Okay, guys, this was very simple. You have this information. All this information is on which page? Page 80. 83. Please open your books on page 83. But to be exactly, some of you put at the beginning of sentences. Okay, but you have to be clear what is exactly at the beginning of a sentence, because at the beginning of a sentence, I can put a transition word also. I can say first, and first is not an initial phrase. Okay, that's why we are going to reinforce. Or I can put an exclamation like, oh, he saw, no? Or he exclaimed, but that is not an initial phrase. Okay, be careful with this. And so who can tell me the right answer? Who used initial phrases? It was a question of Micaela. Who used initial phrases? Lucero?
Everybody.
Okay, be precise, Alexandra.
The writer.
Writers, it says at the beginning. It's the first question here. Writers use, any writer use initial phrase because it's going to start with this. Okay, writers, obviously. Okay, the question of Mauricio was, what is the purpose of initial phrases? Who can tell me the purpose of initial phrases? It's on page 83. What is the purpose of initial phrases? Purpose.
Miss.
Yes, Marcelo, go.
They use initial phrases to vary their sentence structure and to change the emphasis in a sentence.
Excellent. Two important things. Yes, to vary. Yes, the sentence structure, and the second one is to emphasize. Yes, to emphasize. Change the emphasis in a sentence. Emphasis in a sentence. Okay. And the question of Daniela Miranda. Okay, the question of Daniela Miranda says, where you can find initial phrases. Where? No, it was your question, Dani. Yes, where you can find initial phrases. Where? Who can tell me the answer? It's there. Okay. Where you can find initial phrases. It's on page 83, guys. Okay. Before the main clause and at the beginning of the sentence, no? Miss, but you said before before the sentence, you said no. I say it's not complete because, as I said, it has to be the main clause. So the principal statement, the principal idea of that you are going to be, okay? So that's why I reinforced. Okay, guys, so let's going to start our session with the activities that probably you have worked. And today we're going to just analyze or revise. Hi, Lucia, welcome to the session. We are going to revise the topics that we have already worked in this unit. So please do the exercise A in order to find initial phrases. How it's something in particular? It can be a word or a statement. It says, no? That stress or change the emphasis in the sentence, okay? So I'm going to put the first activity, that is paragraph C. Tell me the initial phrase in paragraph C. There are more than one. highlight the initial phrase in paragraph C. Students who would like to participate, please raise your hands. Daniela Miranda, you are going to say one, okay? One of the initial phrases, okay? Okay, here we go. So everyone can see. What you can do is follow in your text about this. Okay. Please, Danny, you can start by expressing your initial phrase.
From Sarah's point of view.
Okay, from Sarah's points of view. Very good. So I'm going to highlight. It says, from Sarah points of view. Very good. No? What is another initial phrase that you can tell me? Please, another student. Thank you so much, Daniela. So we are going to be in this order, okay? Lucero, then Chiara, and then finally Mauricio, okay? In this order. Thank you so much. Please, let's going to start. Lucero.
At Sarah, it themselves
Okay.
at Sarah.
Very good. At Sarah. Very good. Next, please. Chiara.
There is a good reason to do so. Before Sarah 70 times, there is a good reason to do so.
Okay, my dear Chiarita, this expression introduce or emphasize what continues next. For example, after the comma, to. Emphasize that word. So remember, initial phrases, it's something that vary the structure of what goes next, the main clause, or change the emphasis of the statement. Okay, but in this case, I don't consider that this expression emphasize. There is a good reason to do so. I think it's that continue the idea, but not cover this. Probably, let's going to listen more examples. Mauri?
Yeah, I can say that the paragraph B.
No, we have more in paragraph C. No problem. If you want to continue, in paragraph E, I'm going to call you, okay? Pause there. Carita, find another one. I know you can do it. There is another example similar like this. We said at Sarah, comma, we have another similar, but not say Sarah. What about here? At Gap, comma, everything is the same, said one Sarah customer. Okay, so emphasize and change. Okay, what it could be another one? What about this one, guys? By giving just a short window of opportunity to purchase a limited quantity of merchandise, and then goes this. Huh? Another one in paragraph C that you can detect. No more? What about buying from Sarah? Buying from Sarah. This one. Buying from Sarah. You will never end up looking like someone else. No more, no? Okay, I have people in the chat probably. Thank you, Lucia. Yes, Luis Andrea. For me, it's a little bit, sorry if I pause, but now I have to think in Spanish. When you write things in Spanish, it takes a little bit because I was thinking in English. So I can understand, Luis Andrea. In the paragraph, besides, this means it can designs, okay? But we are in paragraph C, okay? So let's going to talk about paragraph D. What is the initial phrase you found in paragraph D? Okay, Mauri, what is the initial phrase? Did you?
Traditionally.
Aha, traditionally, very good. Traditionally, traditionally, comma, very good. No more, no?
I can say one more.
I think it's no more, no more. No, no more. Just traditionally, comma, yes. Okay, next paragraph. Thank you, Mauricio. Paragraph E. Let's gonna try, Querita. Paragraph E, you want to try?
In contrast.
In contrast, very good. In contrast, emphasize, no? In contrast, very good. What is another transition, sorry, initial phrase? Thank you so much, Querita. Somebody else would like to participate besides Chiara and Mauricio? Just try, no? Miss, I'm going to tell you something that goes after the comma. Yeah, go. But you try. However, says my dear friend Alexandra, yes, says, however, no, blah, 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 blah. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Here we go with an expression, no? In contrast, comma, in contrast, comma, Sarah's ability to design, blah, 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 blah. What about by concentrating, this expression? By concentrating, I think it was here, yes? By concentrating. Okay, next paragraph, paragraph E, F. That is the last one. In paragraph F, what are the initial phrases you can see? Volunteers? Initial phrase. Aha, 3 students who raised hand. Let's go to start. Alexandra Linares, then Lucero, then Mauri, and then Chiarita. Okay, let's see. Let's go to start. Alexandra Linares, go.
By producing products in large quantities.
Very good. Thank you so much, Alexandra Linares. Let's continue. The next student, please.
When new trends emerge.
When new trends emerge. When new trends emerge. Very good. Comma. Continue, please.
Miss, I don't have the hand low.
Okay, I don't have the hand low. You low your hand, okay. Mauri, you low your hand too?
Yeah, Miss.
Okay, sorry. Fabiana, please. You want to participate, Fabi?
Sure. Because of the greater flexibility and speed this approach affords.
Because of, it's an idea, no? That is not an answer of why. Do you remember all the time when I ask you, why do you like pizza? Because I love it, or because the taste is delicious for me. So that is not an answer for why. The answer is it's because it's delicious and it's scrumptious, and you are giving a reason. But in this case, you're not giving a reason. You're giving an explanation. Yes? Because la coma, it's different. Like a condition. Okay? Very good, my dear friend. Something else. There is one more from Spain. Do you think so? No? From Spain, shipments reach most European stores in 24 hours? Or it's not an initial phrase? Yes? You said yes? Okay, so that is exactly what we covered in this part, okay? So, however, also, yes, I'm sorry, Maria Clara, yes, you were there. Sorry, sometimes when I put the screen, I can read clearly the chat simultaneously. I need to pause, load the window, and then read the chat. Sorry if I didn't.
Miss, but also it's okay in paragraph E.
E, no? It says, let's go into analyze if it's in paragraph E, because...
Down rivals.
Down, yes.
No, up.
This one, this, however...
No. Yes, that one, but up in the other part of paragraph E, also that is down rivals.
I can figure out. Can you guide me what is exactly that, however, that you would like to choose?
No, also.
Oh, also. Okay, in this case, that is exactly what I refers, because some of your friends says, I can find initial phrases at the beginning of the sentence. And it's not. In this case, it's a transition words. The function, it's not to change the emphasis. It's the idea of adding more information.
More information.
Okay, yes.
Okay, thank you, Miss.
Okay, and in this case, this, however, it's contrasting, yes? However, on the other hand, it's contrasting. So, we're going to continue by the next task, that is selecting the reasons, okay? Reasons why we decided. Let's see if you remember the idea of the concept of fashion industry on Zara's. I'm sorry, I think I skipped too much. Okay, here we go. Please continue on page 83, and let's go into answer the questions, okay? A or B, A or B. Let's see. Question 1, it's very easy, oh? Okay, let's go into start. You can turn on your microphone. Why are customers motivated to visit Zara stores more frequently than other stores? A or B? Okay, remember, it's not because of personal experience of visiting Zara. It's according to the reading. Remember the rules? Okay, based on the rules, we can say yes.
Miss?
Yes, Marcelo?
Letter A.
Letter A, thank you so much, is the answer, yes, because we have only available for relatively short time, yes? Very good, we say letter A. Number 2, how has Zara developed a super responsive supply chain? Based on what? I think it's the rule number 1. It's rule number 1. How much you remember about this? A or B? A or B? How Zara's developed a super responsive supply chain? Which letter, A or B? Quickly, guys. By making most of its clothing in or near its headquarters. Remember? Yes, thank you so much. It's letter A. Thank you for the student who respond through the chat. How do most fashion companies take advantage of economies of scale? Remember, we work in this bar of graph, and we talk about this economies. How companies take advantage of economies of scale. Buy products in large budgets. Very good. Number 4, why is Sarah not worried about missing the boat when it comes to trends? A or B, because its design are extremely good at predicting future fashion trends, or because it can keep up with trends by designing and making new products quickly? A or B, according to the text, it's letter B, okay? Letter B. Okay, we finished with this part, okay? So we're going to move to the next part that it's about the presentation. And I would like that you answer through the chat the first question. What famous fashion designer do you know? What famous fashion designers do you know? Let's see. Thank you, Marcelo. Kanye West. Fashion designers. Let's see. Don't tell me Nicola Porchela, please. Fashion designers. Alejandra Baigorria is a fashion designer. Camila said, no, miss, she's not. She imitates, she only copies. No? But we're not talking about luxurious fashion designer, okay? We are going to say just a fashion designer. Is she a fashion designer? Aha. Daniela Miranda says Louis Vuitton. Aha, is a fashion designer. What other fashion designer do you know? Domenico Dolce and Stefano Gabbana. Very good. That is the complete name, no? Very good. Giorgio Armani. Excellent, Alexandra Linares. Luz Andrea says Pierre Cardin. Maria Clara said Valentino. Yes, Valentino is a well-known designer. Very good. Gianni Versace. Thank you, Micaela Arias. Okay, what information do you know besides the idea that it's a well-known designer? What are they known for? For what reason? What do you know that they are famous for what? For example, Louis Vuitton, they are famous or they are well-known for what reason? Let's go into see. Louis Vuitton, it's well-known based on what? Who can tell me? Or Louis Vuitton, it's known for what?
The purses.
Purses, purses. Just for that, no?
I think that it's the most iconic thing in the store.
Brand, also. Because not only is a designer, the name of the designer turned into a brand, no? Turned into the brand, like Carolina Herrera, also, no? She's a designer and she turned her name into a brand, no? Excellent, very good. Christian Dior also, very good. Okay. So let's go into see. Calvin Klein is known for what? Calvin Klein is known for what? Purses also? Clothes? Shoes? No.
Boxers.
Boxers. In Gamarra, probably. Very good, Jose. You gave that humor. Boxes in Gamarra by Calvin Klein. Very good. It's a good strategy, huh? So we're going to learn more about one of the designers because it's one of these well-known yes, in Europe, and we are going to learn about the topic, okay? Please open your books on page 84, and I would like a volunteer, no, just to read the information about these men that today and this week we're going to, we're going to study in this video, okay? Let's going to learn a little bit more about these men. Who would like to read the paragraph about this man, Brunello Cucinelli? Based on the name, you can say it's from Italy, yes?
Italy.
Italy, very good. So, a volunteer to read? Lucia, probably?
Brunello Cucinelli is a luxury Italian fashion brand that sells high-end measure wear and women's wear in countries around the world. The company, best known for its cashmere sweaters, had humble beginnings. Founder Brunello Cucinelli first started out dyeing cashmere in a small workshop. After some success, he founded the company in 1978, and since then, the brand has gone from strength to strength. Nowadays, Cucinelli is a high influential figure in the fashion industry, and in the last 10 years, the company has quadrupled in size.
Quadrupled in size. Thank you so much, Lucy. So here we have a really compound noun. What means this word? We have with different sex, yes? Women and men were.
Men's clothing.
Exactly. So what is the idea? Yes, because you observe man, and we are going to, okay, I'm going to put the vocabulary through the chat, and the plural is men, yes? Then we have woman, and then the plural is women, yes? So, but here we have with the apostrophe says men, because it's plural, then the S, and then the word were, no? I'm separate the compound noun, and then you say the dress of men, so, or for men, okay? That is the idea. So the idea is that you always analyze the clothes. So, but as you can see, here we have information about him, yes? It's not just like a designer that doesn't have the idea of prestigious, okay? In Europe, the two famous countries that talk about designers are France and Italy. So especially, yes, those glamorous people go there in order to find the best or the well-known designer. No? And Brunello Cucinelli is the one. So, what kinds of fashion products does the company Brunello Cucinelli make? Who can tell me based on the text that you read in a few minutes? Lucia read in a few minutes. What kind of fashion products? Who can tell me?
Maybe coats.
Okay, maybe coats based on the photo. You can say. And especially men wear and women's wear, no? That's it. What factors do you think make a fashion brand successful? Do you think Brunella Orna brand is successful? No, some of you said, no. I try sometimes to visit the shop, at Brunella's shop, and sometimes it was not so as well attractive for me. Somebody said this through the chat. But what do you think make a brand successful? What can make a brand successful? Some of you say, Miss Nicola Porcella has a brand, Alejandra Baigorre has a brand, yes? Are they successful? Because we have some influencers. Marcelo, what is your point of view here?
I think if they have like good quality products, it could be.
It could be, no? Sometimes we say it could be because sometimes you dress just because it attracts the design, but it's not sometimes the best quality. Yes, I remember once a week, yes, my sister brought just a purse from Tommy, and in 2 weeks, the humidity that we have in San Miguel, it's a lot. Yes, we have like sometimes 90% of humidity. So I observed the purse, yeah, open the closet, and I observed that part of the purse was peeling. And it was just a name. And it was just 2 years. So sometimes we said, yes, we follow by the quality, but sometimes we follow by the name, just for the name. Do you agree with this? Tell me about your experience that happened to you, that happened to a relative. A pair of sneakers, probably. A pair of jeans, probably. Well, jeans not at all, but a pair, I don't know. A wallet, for example. How many of you boys, a wallet, and sometimes with the fungus or things like this, it ruins, no? So we have things to discuss. So tomorrow we are going to continue with the video. Don't forget that the video is already there in Aula Virtual, and you can just start it by the next page, page 85, if you want, okay? Thank you for your attention. See you tomorrow.
Thank you, Miss. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Thank you, Miss. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Miss.
Goodbye. The quality and the publicity of the brand. Alexander Linares, good point. Goodbye.